I needed a tumbler for my brass, cleaning my brass, but I didn't want to spend 150 bucks on a tumbler. Anything worthwhile tends to cost that much. So I figured, well, maybe I could do one myself. So what I did was I went out and I got two 2-gallon paint buckets, 2 casters, and I needed a power supply, so I picked up a wiper motor. I would have never thought to use a wiper motor, but doing research I found that a wiper motor is low RPM, high torque. It is a DC motor, so I needed a power source. I got a 12-volt converter. Has to be 15 amps at least. This one's 15 amps. And then the rest of the stuff I just had laying around. So I went ahead and put it together by making a little T-frame at the bottom. Mounted 2 casters underneath. Kind of a Y frame by cutting 2 2x2s with a 22.5 inch angle cut, and then turned the wood around so that I could get a 45 on each side, and glued and nailed it to the piece of wood with the casters on it to hold the bucket up. And I got a fan, cool the motor. Had this already so that all this could stay cool. I attached the motor using reinforced piece of tubing and some hose clamps to a drill buffer pad. Bolted that to the bottom of the first bucket. And on the inside of the bucket I've got my stainless steel media, and I glued 3 more pieces of plastic trim, same trim I used to mount the motor to the piece of wood. Now this bucket comes out. It just comes out, so you can work with it. When I'm ready to clean after I've tumbled my shells, I use a colander that I had around the kitchen. Don't tell the wife I stole it. This is a 5-gallon strainer for paint. Works great. You can put that in your colander, and it's got an elastic top, and throw your shells and media in there for a final rinsing. Like I said, I had this fan, and that cools off the motor and the power unit. So, man, we're good to go. So I put my shells in here with 3 pounds of stainless steel media. Throw a couple drops of Dawn liquid detergent, some lemon juice. Some people use lemon shine, but all it is lemon juice. It's citric acid with some salt. And then I put in a little bit of what's called Miracle Cleaner from Needs Ink, N-E-E-D-S, Needs Ink. It's called Miracle Cleaner, and it's a water softener and cleaner. It works really good for preparing the water. So once I did that, pour my shells in, put my lid on, and we'll plug it in. Yeah, and it turns out a really good speed for a tumbler. Get the job done nicely. Turn the fan on, keeps the motor cool. We're good to go. So how good of a job does it do? Well, I tumbled 100 shells in there for an hour, and this is the result. Alright, so here you have the shell after an hour in the tumbler. Looking pretty shiny. Very nice. Everybody likes to do those pretty shells. So it comes out really good, works really well, and it's not that expensive. So there you go.